Hola, mi amores, soy yo, Violeta Kitty, and we're gonna be playing another round of Love in Deepspace. This video in particular is going to be a redo of both Xavier's new myth event and reading the first 3 chapters of his myth cards, due to the fact that when I recorded the live stream, there was a goof and the audio went completely mute, and I didn't know. So, without further ado, let's begin. Sorry. Let's start. Just double checking. With the pilgrimage ceremony fast approaching, the coffin-made boat travels more frequently between cinders to riverbanks. When the ferryman rests, I take over his duties. The boat still travels across the water, and I collect the silver coin. But when I encounter remnants who lack the required currency, I don't turn them away. Sorry, let me repeat that. But when I encounter remnants who lack the required currency, I don't turn them away. I let them offer stories instead.
In Philos, the tyrant constructed a throne made of the bones of enemy leaders.
I heard he owns a certain painting of the royal capital. It's in the palace, and no one is allowed to touch it.
One day, a rebellious noble burned one corner of it. And the tyrant leveled the entire territory and scraped away the dust from the city walls.
The lamp in the corner of the boat sways gently as I pull from the stern. I listen in stunned silence. When did he appear?
I'm not sure. The day Philos fell, I suppose.
That day, storm clouds raged across the sky. Darkness devoured the sun, and countless Philosians trembled in fear.
Alright, I understand. As the boat reaches the shore, the remnant's story comes to an end. They bid me farewell and leave. I secure the mooring rope and turn when a mysterious chill creeps up behind me.
That tale captivated you.
Its protagonist leans against a broken monument. With his arms crossed, he looks serene.
It only took a few days for you to go on a side quest.
It's only a matter of time before the pilgrimage ceremony is held. Now is the time to gather information. In a few days, I'll in a few days, I've already uncovered a new intel about the path of pilgrimage. It's been 2 months since I arrived here, and a legend circulates in the corner of the city of Revenants. If one finds the Tree of Life at the end of the path of pilgrimage, the Revenants can be reborn and return to Philos. I, the Revenant's chosen one, and the former king of Philos are the only two individuals who can be considered alive. Yet our chance encounter are so frequent that I wonder if he's here because of me.
Intel. Are you referring to your collection of 99 myths? They sound like the perfect household item for propping up wobbly table legs.
And you would know. Some are sorry. Some are far-fetched, I admit, but there are countless stories about returning to Philos. What if one of them is true? I've already identified several locations where the evidence for these tales hold substantial weight. Do you want to investigate them with me? When he doesn't respond, I pretend to be dejected and turn away. Sigh. I suppose I'll do it by myself. What if I run into insane revenant knights? I can't fight them, so you'll end up losing your very important companion.
How many places are you planning to visit?
3 places at most. His dark-colored cloak sways behind him as he raises his palm to me. It makes a soft call toward the sky. A moment later, a horse revenant in silver armor emerges from the mist. Its hooves make no sound, and its eyes burn with faint blue flames.
Get on.
Okay. Steadfast, he gently pulls me up, then the muffled sounds of galloping echoes in the mist. This one's going to be a long one. It's going to be a doozy. But be patient. The pilgrimage ceremony will soon be upon us. The riverside of cinders is brilliantly illuminated, which stands in contrast to its usual gloom. Nearby lies pilgrimage markets. Its light ripple on the water Its lights ripple like water, and the place resembles a fragmented dream.
The Chosen One must have used an ancient spell to make him obedient. Or perhaps a forbidden pact was made.
Her voice is sweeter than arson. Run! He's looking our
I'm gonna have to repeat that. Sorry.
Her voice is sweeter than arsenic, and his love is as everlasting as death's marks.
Okay. That's a little romantic way to say it, but it's... okay.
Wait!
The revenants immediately disappear like smoke. They're afraid of you, but that's to be expected.
Fear is far more useful than love.
Am I an exception then? He doesn't respond. We depart and the wind feels more rejuvenating. The horse's hooves tread over dry grass. It's not long before its pace quickens. Sitting behind him, I tighten my grip around his waist. Our first destination... sorry. Our first destination is... the Northern Cemetery. Legends say that if you visit the third weeping statue and solve her riddle, you shall receive a hint about the path of pilgrimage.
Good luck.
Upon reaching the gloomy cemetery, I dismount and find the legendary third weeping statue.
I am born without form, yet I exist at every moment. Although you can see me, I cannot be touched. You never leave me, yet I cannot be seen. Although you understand me, I cannot be explained. What am I?
So, when I was first playing this on the live stream, I guessed time, and turns out the answer is correct. But I also admitted that I'm no good at riddles whatsoever. It takes a lot of brain power that I didn't have at, I think, 9 o'clock at night. But at this point, I'm cheating because I already know the answer.
You're the first person in all these years to give the correct answer.
Well, the ground trembles as the statue slowly pivots to reveal a hidden mechanism behind it. Huh? There's only one coffin at the very bottom of the tomb.
Is that it?
With a sincere heart, you can use this coffin to traverse the cinders and reach your desired location.
But this is a stone coffin. The statue closes its eyes and refuses to answer my question.
What's the next location?
A broken bridge. It's located in the forest to the west. We must find a non-existent knight. They say the suit of armor is empty. No body, not even a spirit. It's just a suit of silver armor. If we defeat him, he'll guide us to the real starting point of the path of pilgrimage. We travel west along the hillside. Before long, we spot the knight standing on the broken bridge. It matches what was described to me.
I am the most valiant, mighty, grandest knight of the Order of Light Seekers.
Also in the live stream, I mentioned that I'm assuming here that the voice actor who well, no, yeah. Now I just read what the title is. Drunken Knight. I'm a little slow on the uptake. But he does actually sound drunk. So kudos to the voice actor. I give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 applauses. Good job.
You there? Yes, the one with a sword. I challenge you to a duel. We shall fight to the death.
This isn't what I expected. That was quick.
We defeated him. Now what?
Xavier, you could have struggled at least a little bit. Sir, have you heard about the myths surrounding the path of pilgrimage or the tree of life?
How did I lose another battle?
Because you were drunk.
The king said he would build a city that would never fall, and I believed it was possible. Wait, you have a crown on your head. Are you my king? Or am I mistaken?
You have the wrong person.
Don't sell yourself short.
Empty promises. Even fate itself is an empty promise.
This knight's fate was destroyed and they died in battle. In death, their consciousness is reduced to an obsession that haunts their empty armor. After muttering an oath of fealty for the last time, he crumples to the ground. The second myth is also a lie. The horse revenant changes course and trots down the path with sparse vegetation. Everyone believes that Philos exists. Sorry. Everyone believes that Philos still exists. You're the only one who doesn't, and you don't want to return?
It's pointless. The person I seek isn't there anymore.
I wonder, who is he trying to find? The water below reflects moonlight and cast long shadows under the horses' hooves. Moisture fills the air as the fog grows thicker, or thick. We soon arrive at our third destination. The fallen lands are situated in the center of the swamp. Legends say that it allows the dead to see memories from when they were alive. As for the living, they can see the person they want to meet the most.
Only mud awaits us. We don't need to go there.
Wait, let me borrow your sword.
What do you plan to do?
Cut wood.
Can you even lift it?
Don't underestimate her, dude.
You can.
The tree cracks and falls as I strike them. After constructing a simple wooden bridge across the swamp, I return the sword to him. As I cross the bridge, we encounter another rusty suit of armor. However, we can hear clattering inside the breastplates. I remove it. Small rabbits, resin. Small rabbit remnants have made a nest inside the armor. There's so many. Can we keep them?
No.
Oh. Why not?
At night, they like to jump on a bed. You won't be able to sleep.
With heavy reluctance in my heart, I stand up and walk towards the fallen lands. They can live in the garden, or your garden. We'll build them a nice burrow. The flowers you're growing, the nameless ones, might be too lonely. That's why it won't bloom for you. As I continue walking and talking, the mud beneath my feet gradually becomes shallower. An intoxicating fragrance fills the air.
Wait. Don't take another step.
His voice fades, and I realize the swamp before me has vanished. In its place stands a magnificent place. Xavier? Golden arches gleam. The dome ceiling resembles rotating stars. The silent corridor stretches endlessly. Everything is so pristine that it seems unreal. My eyes widen as I look down. The wind sweeps across the room. On his sword, a tassel with a star-shaped charm sways.
It's been a long time, Your Majesty.
Come on. Give me a quick second. I need to go get a teleport chair. Sorry about that. And I'm assuming the video will have that noise. I guess I can cut that in post. Anyway.
Your Majesty, I was calling for you. You didn't respond, so he charged in.
Distracted, I wave my hand. The lady in waiting respectfully leaves. A new order of knights is about to be selected, yet you've decided to return now?
I wanted to give your majesty a gift from my expedition.
To appear before the throne without being summoned is considered an act of rebellion.
For 100 years, no one disappeared without reason during your majesty's reign. The people ensured their queen's reputation had spread near and far.
That's why those who have dropped... That's why those who have dropped the royal blood... Okay, excuse me. That's why those who have a drop of royal blood in the countless elders always call me short-sighted. Wait, but I might be reading this wrong. That's why those who have a drop of royal blood in the council of elders always call me short-sighted. There we go. They've done everything they can to make me change my mind.
Don't listen to them. You are the ruler. No one can defy your orders.
Showing no interest in those nobles, he speaks nonchalantly as he always does. You speak with too much insolence.
What if I said I wanted to take you away? Is elopement considered a presumptuous request?
But I can't abandon the planet at this time. He waits and waits, but I don't answer.
Indeed. A banished knight should not return.
He reveals a faint smile, bows, and then leaves. Since when was he this obedient? His name is stuck in my throat. Before I can call out to him, his figure vanished into the white light beyond the palace doors. Wait! He falters for a moment, yet he continues walking as if he didn't hear me, and departs for the place beyond my line of sight. Light flashes and the palace dissolves into rippling water. The knight's armor shatters and dissipates into mist. Panicked, I open my eyes. The silver white figure is gone, but I can clutch at. But I can clutch that man's inky black cloak. My head hurts. What happened?
The plants in that swamp release a special kind of toxic miasma. Anyone who inhales it experiences hallucinations so long as they're poisoned. The fallen lands you've been searching for are nothing more than illusions created by these plants.
Moonlight bathes the riverside in silver glow, as he hoists my dizzy self back onto the horse.
What did you see? You were shouting.
What did I say?
Phrases along the lines of, "Don't go. Wait. Don't leave me here all by my lonesome."
I don't remember. I can only guess I was afraid of missing the last ferry. My heartbeat inexplicably quickens. I rub my temples and avoid his gaze. The horse walks slowly. The scenery along the riverbank is no longer dim or desolate, and so time passes. We reach the city and note the tall banner standing on both sides of the gate. They're decorated with exaggerated images of duties. Okay. As the chosen one, I'm depicted in the center. A golden halo sits above my head as I stand on a long staircase made of countless bones. And he is depicted as the dark, gloomy night with black blade. His cloak is like night itself, and he smiles while standing amidst raging flames. I turn to look at the young remnants who have gathered to watch us. They're giggling as they mimic us.
To save the world, the Chosen One will lead the Dark Bloom King on a journey of no.
Did you hear that? They're already writing our ending.
That ending is theirs. It's not necessarily ours.
Whenever you say that, I feel as if you know everything, remember everything, but you are intent on saying nothing. And I can't even remember who I am.
Not everything is worth remembering. Yet the 99 myths you worked so hard to collect.
Yes, I know, they're only myths. I thought you were stuck in the Black Castle for too long. I wanted to go on a stroll with you.
You don't need to make up excuses such as that.
Do you mean to say you'll walk with me if I ask? Instead of responding, he reaches out to pet the horse. Light emanates from his fingers. Then I notice a small basket on the horse's back. It's filled with colorful mushrooms. I hear soft rustling from inside the basket. Several small rabbits with mushrooms on their heads peek out. Where did you find so many mushrooms? And these rabbits' revenants?
They followed me of their own volition. Perhaps they believe you are the chosen one.
He's trying to make her happy. A hint of amusement tinges his voice.
You can keep them in your garden.
I knew you were bored. A flower that floats from somewhere had landed on his sword. He takes it and tucks it into my hair.
I want to prevent you from making another 999 myths.
That was so sweet. Now it's time to go into the myth itself. Alright. And our goal for this is just to get through the first 3 chapters. This is going to be pretty short. This is the longest. This is not so bad. It's as if I've been in a long dream. My consciousness is an immobilized seed that's buried deep in the dark soil. The space around me is compressed into an endless void. Without any reference point, it is impossible to sense the passage of time. My memories are no different from a thick fog now, yet occasionally I hear voices in the distance. You're probably hearing Raphael crying. That's neither here nor there. They fluctuate between being near and far. There are jubilant cheers from living and sorrowful sobs from the dead.
I will find you.
Who? This voice is akin to a hallucination born from endless wanting. However, it is the only ray of light penetrating the blackness. I don't always hear it, but when I do, the faint light advances a little further into the void. In this endless waiting, I sense the heavy darkness is slowly receding. And after traveling for what feels like centuries, that light grabs my waist. No, wrist. My bad. I beg of you, don't let go. Please pull me out of this endless void. Please lead me out of the centuries of darkness and solitude.
The Chosen One has been summoned. She shall deliver us, Philos' survivors, from the endless darkness.
The Chosen One has been summoned. She shall deliver us, Philos' survivors, from the endless darkness.
My vision gradually comes into focus, and a shattered dome ceiling materializes. Below the altar, countless pale faces emerges from the firelight. Their gazes, fixated on me, are empty despite burning with great intensity.
We will return to Philos prior to the apocalypse.
Return to Philos? What are they talking about? Where am I? Bewildered, I lower my head and stare at my hands. My fingers retain a faint warmth. Huh? My wrist is suddenly pulled upward. Wearing white robes, the bishop drags me to the center of the altar with an irresistible force. Excruciating pain pierces my palm. The gem on his saber is as sharp as a blade, and blood falls.
Behold, she possesses a vessel of flesh and blood!
Garbed in white, the acolytes cheer at the sight of my blood. While this obscured scene unfolds, a strange trembling raise. I feel it in my feet, but it's not that I'm afraid, rather the ground is actually shaking. Reminiscent of thunder, the sound of horse hooves approaches. From my position on the altar, I can see a figure wearing black armor. The individual smashes the monastery gates to pieces.
Oh, it's him! The tyrant!
That was really bad voice acting. Acolyte B, do better. The kneeling acolytes lift their heads one by one. They are shocked at the sight of the trembling stone doors. Then the doors break. Acolytes flying. Okay, sorry. Then the door breaks. Amidst the flying stone fragments, an arc of black and gold steel cuts the acolyte leader in half.
Stop the Mad King at once!
The acolytes shout and cry are silenced by the gleam of his blade as it swings or swung. Unwilling to hesitate any longer, I quickly jump down from the altar, step over the white robes skewered across the floor, and slip into a shadowy hiding place.
My lady, you...
Be quiet. I'll count to 3 and let go. I suggest you answer my questions. With his mouth covered, the acolyte nods. However, his expression shows excitement instead of fear. Who am I?
You are the chosen one from Philos. The Cinder's waters washed you ashore. For long.
Okay, let's get this sort of repeated.
The Cinder's waters washed you ashore. For a long time, we were waiting for you to awaken. We were waiting for you to awaken.
Who are you?
We are acolytes who belong to the Order of Babel. We reside in the most scholarly, sacred monastery in Cindersfell.
The Order of Babel? Cinderfell?
You are here to help us to return to Philos.
Who is he? Do you know that man who charged into this place?
He is the sinner who destroyed Philos.
A sinner? My memories are hazy, my mind clouded. I can't remember anything about myself. They keep calling me the chosen one, but how can a person's name and identity be reduced to a cold, impersonal title? I barely made it out of the darkness alive. I'm not going to die here. How do I leave? The acolyte holds my hands with an iron grip. His voice is tinged with childlike fanaticism. I learned a way to say the word properly. I messed up so many times during the stream that I gave up. But now that I know what the word was...
You're awake! Why should we leave? You shall save us all!
You're mistaken. I can't save anyone. The whistle of the sword's edge was getting closer and closer, yet the acolyte stood frozen like a statue. Damn it! What are you waiting for? We need to run! He's not the only one. The other acolytes have also fallen to their knees to worship something. Their singing grows more frantic with each verse. Push aside. The acolyte struggles back and crashes into the brazier behind me. Behind him. The flames leap and engulf his white robe. His body dissolves into swirling dust. Huh? These people, all of them are... I whip my head around to look at their devout expressions. Until the light, under the light, none of them cast a shadow. These accolades and the old man who cut my palm earlier, they're remnants. The Cinderfells they spoke of truly is a place inhabited only by the dead.
Xavier. Relinquish that sword which is bathed in the blood of your brethren. If you do, I shall forgive your slaughter and absolve you of your sins.
I'll delete that photo later.
Sins? What crimes did I commit to become a sinner?
His voice. So dark. Deep. I think I did save his voice. Yes, I did! Don't judge me.
Is teaching the dead to cease their incessant chatter a crime?
You...
I take a deep breath, force myself to calm down, and hide in the shadows.
An assassin sought death at the castle. Was it your doing? They always waste their last breath singing the hymns you taught them. It is very annoying.
Using the narrow gap in front of me, I watch as the figure approaches the bishop.
Philos' prophecy rings true. The Chosen One has appeared, and the land will be saved. This city, as well as your fate, shall... Firelight dances as long hair cascades from underneath the man's crowns. A soft, gentle glow is reflected.
Your life is about to be snuffed. Where is this so-called Chosen One?
He steps forward, his black and gold boots treading on the hem of the bishop's robe.
Are they preoccupied with praying for your salvation?
You, irredeemable traitor! You are the sinner who destroyed Philos!
Playing. The bishop's rock. Take a deep breath, Violetta. Let's figure this word out. The bishop's scepter. Damn, I said it before. Why the heck I can't say it now? Okay, playing. The bishop's scepter is sliced in half. He backs away until he collapses against a confessional.
She shall be the harbinger of your demise. You are here to die.
That is where I must correct you. I'm here to attend your funeral.
You're wasting your energy. You cannot kill me, nor can
Everything seamlessly comes to a standstill. Then a corpse slowly settles up onto the ground under the man's feet. It's kicked up dust. The satisfying groan fades from... yeah. Oh. The stifled groans fade while the night wind extinguishes the last flickering flame on the altar. The man lowers his blade. Surrounded by the sparks of dancing cinders, he descends the long staircase. I'm stunned, and my fingertips are numb. They can almost feel the reverberations from that sword deadly swing. In the darkness, the sound of footsteps grows more distant. Is he gone? Still tense, I wait for what seems like an eternity before I use the wall to support myself. I cautiously step out from my hiding place. I need to leave. The entire hall is deadly silent. There is only rubble and white robes on the floor. Stone pillars have collapsed and flames crackle along the spilled wax on the cracked floors. Ghostly light frolic across the walls. I turn and thud! A sharp blade, having been thrown past me, is now embedded in the stone wall behind me. Huh? The night breeze plays with his long hair, but he doesn't move. He stares at me for a long, long time. Part of me feels as if we're not meeting for the first time. I can almost believe we're reuniting after being separated for years. However, this illusion is shattered by his next move. The man they call a Mad King leans down. He lifts the tip of his sword and touches my throat.
Only the dead dwell in Cindersvale. So, who exactly are you?
Alright, gotta get myself ready for this next chapter because it's going to be a long one. Alright, moving on to chapter 2. A tale circulates every corner of Cinderfell. There was once a glorious kingdom called Philos. It fell during a catastrophic war. Everything perished and a void swallowed the land. Death shadows swept through every nook and cranny. Yet, if one could find the tree of life, the connection that connects life and death, they shall be reborn. They'll be able to embark on a journey home. And the one who will be their guide and light the path is the chosen one to Philos. The sword rests near my throat. The slightest movement will kill me. You heard everything?
Indeed. You are the chosen one foretold in the epic poems.
Death approaches as an inexplicable rage boils within me. I grit my teeth and speak. Can the words of the dead be considered a prophecy? They're nothing more than last words. You want to kill me because I was crowned with the title of Chosen One? He doesn't respond as he studies my expression. He reminds me of a hunter examining the desperate state of his prey in its final moments. Release me. Although take one's life is easier... Sorry. Release me. Although taking one's life is easy, it's also boring. Many revenants have already fallen. You still need more playthings?
They must pay the price for pursuing eternity. And as luck would have it, you've caught my interest.
In more ways than one.
Cindersvale can only be inhabited by the dead. You are alive.
I have no idea how I even arrived here. All my memories remain trapped in those centuries of enshrouded in darkness. They're akin to a sea buried underground. If you wish to slay me, then do it. I'll be able to join the ranks of the Revenant.
Gambling with your life isn't how you properly threaten someone. Let's not forget, a death wish is an easy request to fulfill. And that this blade can only cut down the dead.
No wonder people hate him with a burning intensity. To be hunted even in their semblance of an afterlife saps away their chances of happiness.
In any case, I have no intention of killing you.
Truly? The wound on my palm reopens during our struggle. Blood trickles down my wrist. He pauses and furrows his brows as he stares at my wound. Then he pulls my hand to be right in front of his eyes. Is he like those fanatic acolytes? Has he not seen a person's blood in eons? He tears a piece of cloth from the hem of his shirt. With his gaze lowered, he wraps the makeshift bandage around my palm. What is he trying to do? Is this how you make people submit? You threaten them with a sword before offering bait?
Don't move.
Yes, sir.
I only stopped the bleeding. Your wound hasn't healed.
Answer me first. Ugh. Sorry, I should have said that better. Answer me. Ow. He ties a knot over my wound, picks up his heavy sword, and turns to leave. My mind is trembling further into chaos. I jump down from the stone coffin and grab the corner of his cloak. Why are you changing your mind again? He turns around. A moment passed before he offers a faint smile.
Perhaps I'm wondering how someone who bleeds so easily could be a savior.
I slowly let go of him.
Danger lurks in every crevice here. Stay alert.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. The sky darkens as moonlight disappears in the canopy of trees. The thick, tangled branches obscure the path ahead, but the scenery remains vivid in my memory. No matter where you are in Philos, you need only look up to see the imposing blooming castle. In its opulence, it stands with solitary mystery. Oh, majesty.
The moon is bright here. I was looking at a moon like this when I died.
How was I slain? I can't remember. It could have happened on the battlefield. Or those monsters that bite people.
When he rode past us on that horse, he splashed mud all over.
Yes, he has this deathly, murderous air around him. I was so terrified that
Looking towards the source of the voices, I see 3 remnants hanging from withered tree branches. They sway in the wind with their chatter. Who is the horseman? Can you tell me anything about him?
The sinner of Philos.
The tyrant who betrayed his own people.
He is the scoundrel who stopped us from returning to the land of light and eternity. Defeat him and take his head. Everyone hates his very existence.
Wow. Unsteadily, the ropes sway. The one belonging to the last remnant snaps because it's of how agitated he was. The corpse plunges into the swamp below.
It's getting dark, and the fog is coming. You'd better find a place to take shelter.
This world still feels unfamiliar to me. He's not wrong. My highest priority at the moment is finding a safe location. Where can I find such a place?
The city at the foot of the mountain, of course. It's the liveliest place in the area. The echoes of the royal capital still linger there.
You must navigate through the forest, the swampland, and the remnants of a battlefield. Remember to gaze at the moon. Once you reach the ferry's dock, you can cross the river.
Take a silver coin with you. The old ferryman has a nasty temper. If you're not careful, he'll kick you into the river.
I looked into the distance as the westernmost edge of the land of exiles. The monastery still in the secluded corner of the highlands. It's far away from where the Mad King resides. To reach Cinderfell, I need to traverse the forest and fog at the base of the mountain. The fog thickens and envelops the forest as daylight dims. Everything around me becomes a hazy blur. A broken bridge and another end of the road. In the place of a crescent moon is one of the that wanes. Its reflection dances across the murky water's surface like countless spectral figures. Everything that falls into the water sinks without a trace, except for the moon's reflection. I mark a tree branch to trace my path. Then I turn around and continue my trek. In a forest clearing, knights with pikes and silver armor sit around a fire. There are knights in a place like this? They aren't moving, and their lifeless eyes gaze up at the moon in the sky.
May Philos prosper under eternity's divine gaze.
May Philos prosper under eternity's divine gaze.
Silence. Do you hear that? Footsteps approach us from the southwest.
Only the living can make that sound. Is the Mad King here?
All the knights suddenly turn their heads towards me, and the fire illuminates their faces which are paler than their silver armor.
The Mad King has not graced us with his presence. However, she carries his essence.
I wonder what that means.
Outsider, have you pledged your loyalty to eternity itself?
What?
She has no answer. She's a traitor to eternity.
The suit of armor collapse as the skeletal remains within them begin to glow with a eerie blue light. Lapping orange flames surround them. Cold waves slice the air as hollow wind erupts around them. Before I can react, they charge towards me. These knights in silver armor are revenants. Okay, gotta get myself ready. Oh, come on. Gotta get myself ready. Please don't ditch. This is really good. Oh no, come on. No, 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 no.
Get on.
Act like I was on. Yes, I did! Even with the slow glitch.
We meet again.
Yes, we do. You would say gawking if we missed the opportunity.
Hold tight.
So, if you've seen my other videos that I've posted up to this point, so whenever it comes to the cutscenes, I will be going back and forth because, like I've said in other videos, MC spits bars and I can't read that fast. So if it bothers you that I keep going back into the reading history back and forth, I'm sorry. Earlier you mentioned the price of pursuing eternity. What were you referring to?
The dead are trapped in a perpetual cycle. Only painful deaths await them. Leave while you still can, or you'll meet the same fate. In a rush?
Didn't you tell me to leave while I still can?
I said leave.
Sorry, I need to take a whole bunch
Not
of these
die.
photos. Don't judge me. My MC is really beautiful. I just want to catch her eyes.
This land only cares about you walking into its trap.
They said the fate of the city is in my hands. I'm the chosen one. it's also my weapon against you. Oh. Okay. This part, when I was in the live stream, even though you couldn't hear a thing um, I said that this scene made my heart flutter and my stomach do a flip. So even though, as you watch my videos, you'll figure out who my mains are, but it's not like I'm not affected by the other men. So have fun figuring out who my mains are.
You said their fate is in your hands.
Huh?
However, you're still in my hands.
Oh. These lines.
Is this form of etiquette sufficiently respectful toward the Chosen One?
Maybe. Oh, goodness.
I told you this place is fraught with danger. You need to be cautious.
Yes, of course. And people's intentions can be just as treacherous. So you've never heard of Philo's prophecy?
I've heard more last words.
Such as?
Excuses from the greedy. The pleas of those on death's doorstep. Confessions of hypocrites. They are but
Vanquished foes.
vanquished foes.
You shall never find deliverance. You will be devoured in the act of slaughter.
His voice is so...
Is that so?
Oh, his eyes.
May your last words come to fruition.
So mesmerizing. I'm lost. With wails and curses, the last of the remnants fall to its blade. The mist disappears, moonlight illuminates the armor and broken swords that lie scattered on the ground. They bear an ancient pattern of Philos. Were they Philos' knights in the past? If you're their king, then why... I turn around as I speak. The man suddenly loses his balance and falls behind me. The tip of his crimson sword is protruding. The tip of a crimson sword is protruding from his shoulder, left shoulder. Blood flows from his wounds, and a faint black mist swirls around it. Is this from the revenants? You will be devoured in the act of slaughtered. His hand, covered in an iron gauntlet, grips my wrist. I'm trapped between him and the tree stump behind me. I can't move. Are you alright? When was your injury? Or when was your injured? He struggles to keep his eyes open, and although his gaze is slightly unfocused, his voice remains cold.
Help me. I need to go over there.
I would have done that even if you didn't give out an order. After gathering enough fallen leaves and dry branches, I build a fire at our resting spot. In the faint glow of his face is deathly pale. It's almost drained of color. Would you like to warm up by the fire?
No need.
Do you need water?
No.
Do you want to rest? Very well. If you won't sleep, then I will. The night is cold and damp, so I'll be borrowing your cloak. He shifts slightly without saying a word. His eyes are still closed, but he does move to make room for me. A cold wind howls throughout the forest as it becomes fiercer. I hug my arms tightly, leaning against his side, and act as if it's not unusual. You have a heartbeat, you breathe, you bleed, you're alive just like me. Is that why you didn't kill me at the monastery? Did you see yourself in me? He didn't seem interested in answering my question. During the battle, his sword was the only weapon capable of slaying the revenants. No wonder the old man with the white robe wanted it. While connecting the pieces of information in my mind, my gaze shifts to the sword laying half a meter away. It's a great sword that devours light. Aside from the back of the blade being thick, the weapon itself is completely black. Mysterious runes are inscribed on the sword, and they surge with light whenever it's swung. Does your weapon have a name?
No, it's just a sword.
Then your horse is named Horse. But he doesn't respond, and silence settles between us. What about your name? Should I just call you Man? I act like I've forgotten his name just so I could bring it up.
Xavier.
Despite knowing how dangerous this forest is, you willingly entered it? You have my thanks.
You are mistaken. Worthless rabble trampled on my garden. I cut them down, roots and all.
His nonchalant tone suggests that I'm the first person he spared. My unspoken words remain in my throat as my gaze shifts once more to the terrifying sword at the side.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this blade cannot harm the living.
Then, when you used it against me at the monastery that day, it was just an act of intimidation?
Yes.
Inexplicable anger raises within me, and I tug at the thick blanket covering my body. The fabric in my hand feels unexpectedly heavy, and only then do I realize it's actually his cloak. Just as I'm about to let go, he slightly leans towards me, the edge of the fabric touching my fingers and carrying an unexpected warmth. Day 2. The thick fog has dissipated when I open my eyes. A crescent moon hung in the fragments of the and cast its light on the embers of the campfire. He helps me on to his spectral steed, and we traverse the forest before the next moonlight night arrives. Whenever we encounter those remnant knights, they are swiftly cut down by his massive black sword.
Xavier, only an agonizing death awaits you.
As we pass through the swamp, I see a dead tree that has half fallen. It's covered in the lingering souls of soldiers who died in battle. He remains calm and spurs the horse forward. We press on. It seems like these remnants aren't very fond of you. What crime did you commit to make them hate you so?
To properly tell the tale, I'd have to start with the era in which they were truly alive.
The slight tug of the reins, he prompts the horse to leap across the ravine. I know they're afraid of your sword, but once the remnants are slain, where do they go?
Nowhere. Once the phase of the moon changes, they'll come back to life.
The dead are trapped in a from its cycle, only painful death awaits them. So that's what he meant. After an unknowable amount of time passes, rain falls from the sky. The remnants of an ancient battlefield emerge on the distant horizon. Collapsed stone tombs accompany the overturned coffins. Rusty swords, broken spears, and worn helmets are scattered about. The rain washes away the dirt from the tombstones to reveal a text carved into them. In the chaotic era, kingdom falls like shooting stars. The Order of Lightseekers fought until their breaths until they breathed their last breath. Countless blood-soaked battles fought with unwavering courage. Their tales live on in song, their heroic deeds forever engraved in our hearts. In the year blank 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 of Philos's calendar, the kingdom fell, the royal capital was destroyed, and the royal bloodline was extinguished. The knights are the knights our okay, give me a second. The knights are excellented for honorable gratitude. No, guardians. What's going on? The knights, our exiled honorable guardian, they now rest in the silence of a long night. One day, the order cease to exist. Their name shall be carved into these historical monuments under eternity's divine gaze. Like the stars, they are destined but never cease to shine.
What are you looking at?
I don't know. Like tombstones? After tying the horse to a tree stump, he walks towards me. I wonder if my name might be with these knights.
Why?
Philos doesn't meet its demise until I was gone for many years. For those who once knew me, I must have died earlier. Or early. If I wasn't an exiled prisoner, then someone should have remembered me. It's possible they made a memorial.
Is being remembered that important to you?
I'm unsure of when he had lifted his cloak to shield me from the rain. These knights fought for their country when they lived. After they died, their tombstones were used to pave roads. being remembered isn't important, but if no one remembers you, then isn't that the same as never existing in the first place? It took him a while before he finally spoke in a calm, indifferent tone.
The rain is about to cease. We should leave.
My legs are numb because I was crouching for a long time. Seeing me struggle to stand, he grabs my wrist and hoists me onto the horse. In the distance, the forest path gradually widens and becomes a road. An endless expanse of land stretches towards the horizon. And across the river is our destination, Cinderfell. Our journey, less than pleasant, all things considered, finally ends as the crescent moon disappears. A new moon rises. The ferry crossing is enshrouded in a gray mist. When we arrive, the riverside is already crowded with remnants who want to cross. The remnants from earlier said I must cross this river by boat to arrive at Cinderfell. An unexpected event occurred. The lively atmosphere at the dock disintegrates when we approach.
He's here!
Scaredy cats. The revenants who were talking amongst themselves fall silent and back away. They create a clear path for us. Accustomed to the situation and unfazed, I pull out a silver coin I had found in an abandoned tomb. It'll pay for the fare. Xavier remains in the same spot. It's then that I realize he doesn't have a coin.
1 coin per person, no exceptions and no credit.
I can take care of any revenants that try to cross without paying.
Your presence alone is bad for my business. I'm not even sure I want to let you board. So, are you crossing the river or not?
He gives me an expressionless glare before silently shaking his head. Wait, I'll pay for him. The ferryman's expression changes subtly as his gaze lingers on me. He presses his lips into a thin line before gesturing for me to board the ferry. The man behind... Ooh, that was a really good animation. The man behind me doesn't say anything as he heads for the stern. I don't even get a word of gratitude. As soon as he steps onto the boat, however, all the remnants swarm to the stern. It starts to sink under the weight. Meanwhile, the bow where Xavier and I are standing rises.
Either find a seat or get off the boat, you dead bastards.
The remnants on the stern proceed to leave as if they were hardened with execution. Only the two of us remain. In the silence, the small ferry moves across the water and disappears into the rippling moonlight. I look at Xavier as he rests. He has folded his arms and his eyes are closed. You owe me half your life, and now you owe me a coin. Wouldn't you say I ought to be paid?
You want to use my debts against me.
I'm not asking for everything gradually. Wait. I'm not asking for everlasting gratitude. I only want you to pay your dues. I clear my throat to deliver the words I've prepared. I want your weapon. The sword that made the remnants cower in fear.
No.
Boo. Boo. I can sense his resolve in that answer, but I expected as much. Since my first request was rejected, the chances of a second one being accepted are higher. If I can't have his weapon, I still need shelter if I am to survive. But living with an unpredictable individual is risky.
If you cannot decide before we disembark, there will be no payment.
I won't allow it. Since you live in the castle on the other side, I'll meet you there when I think of my payment. He neither refuses nor accepts. It's as if he can see my innermost thoughts. Without a bond forged through hardships, this might be my only chance to request something from him.
Before we part ways, let me offer you one piece of advice. If you want to survive here, don't offer your kindness so easily.
He closes his eyes and he refuses to respond no matter what I do. The fog over the river gradually dissipates to reveal a towering black castle in the distance. Just as the ferry is about to reach the shore, it strikes the soil and rock. My body lurches to one side. My fingers touch the reflection in the water. Ripples spread out in coverage towards my fingertips. They coalesce into an elusive image. This is brightly colored flags slowly raise as white floral arrangements line both sides of the marble staircase. A young knight ascends the long staircase amongst the cheers and thousands of cheers of thousands. He ascends the throne. A hand places a crown on his head. A lumen florum, the symbol of Phila's royal family, is pinned to his lapel. The illusion shifts to reveal an entirely different scene. Fortification crumbles. Ruins cover the land. The royal capital, once peaceful, has become a battlefield shrouded in war's smoke. The rebel army storms the capital. They force the young king to take his own life. Yet their swords are melted into liquid steel in the furnace passed into the throne itself. Pieces restored to the kingdom a century later. There are no more casualties from the war for hundreds of years, yet people have come to despise this monarch. The knight once adorned the throne is now revealed. He is nothing more than a mad king.
The boat is docked. You should get off now.
The voice pulls my thoughts back to reality. I raise my head and notice the space beside me is empty. Did I see his past? Shock washed over me, and in the darkest hour of the night, scattered light illuminate the ruined city in the distance. The wind rustles the grass as his figure quickly vanishes into the darkness. Right, on to the final chapter. I've been wandering the city for days. Although I failed to discover new information, I feel more free than ever before. But what surprised me was that every remnant here firmly believes they'll return to Philos one day. And before I knew it, I'm starting to believe it too.
Within that rotten black castle is the Mad King, who sits on an abandoned throne. kingdoms, innumerable cities. All their denizens wept under the hooves of the tyrant's iron cavalry.
Excuse me. At the square in the busiest part of the city, many reverends have gathered. I pull my hood tighter and move closer.
The dead were turned into weapons. Their bones and souls are mere cannon fodder for his wars.
Far-fetched.
When he confronted the Order of Babel, many of our brethren were reduced to ashes by his hand.
In the center of the crowd stands a revenant in a white robe, passionately denouncing the Mad King's crime. He dresses as an acolyte from the Order of Babel. He looks familiar. Is he the acolyte who escaped that day?
Will we come back to life next month? Unhand me!
No more distant voices. No more descending voices rise from the crowd. The remnants of acolytes surveys the gathering before speaking with a satisfaction.
But we have received good tidings. The Chosen One, who shall deliver us, has answered our call. She's already here.
Anticipation ripples through the remnants, and some lower their heads to whisper a devout prayer. Most fix their intense gaze on the acolyte. They eagerly await his next words.
Before the apocalypse descends, the sacred pilgrimage ceremony will proceed as planned. We shall reach the Tree of Life and return to our homeland.
What is this pilgrimage ceremony and Tree of Life they speak of?
Where's the Chosen One?
The Chosen One. The Chosen One is...
A sense of foreboding stirs within me. I turn to leave as I hear excited shouts behind me.
Over there!
The Revenant acolyte points to me, or at me, and so every Revenant's gaze fall on me.
She is the Chosen One! Our prayers have summoned her!
Acting as if they've seen a goddess, the Revenants run towards me. Fervent cries resound. Countless hands reach out to cut off my escape route. Jubilant, they hoist me above their heads. Wait! Release me at once! The remnants carry me to the castle perched on the tallest hill. I wasn't even given the slightest chance to struggle or escape. The acolyte clears his throat and shouts at a half-open window located on the upper floor of the castle.
The one who stands before you is the slayer of the eternal night, the night of refulgence. The pilgrimage ceremony's shepherd, the ruler of fate, the shining beacon of hope to Philos' countless survivors. And she will be your nemesis until you die. Our prayers have summoned the Chosen One.
Did he come up with those titles in the time it took to get here? The black window frame lightly stirs, and a dagger with a cold gleam is thrown down.
My castle is too small for your ilk. Only your chosen one can come in to slay me. And there will be a sea of blood if you let me handle the selection process.
In the blink of an eye, the righteously indignant remnants scatter in all directions. Even the accolade runs away and disappears like smoke. A chill runs down my spine as I look up. The figure near the window meets my gaze.
I see they've made their choice.
Resigned, I sigh inwardly and pick up the dagger. In the vast empty hall with a tile floor, only the sound of footsteps echo. The castle's flame all sways with... sorry. The candle's flame sway from rotted iron candelabras. Light and shadow intertwine like spider webs across the cold stone walls. It's been a long time. I stop at the foot of the throne and look up at him.
You bear all their hopes and dreams, and their very faith rests upon your shoulders. How does it feel?
It's not great. But I'm not here to duel you to the death. I know you want... I know what I want for the silver coin. I step forward and meet his gaze. I try my best to appear confident. Your observations are correct. These revenants are in a cage made from their own obsessions. I can't save them, and I don't intend to try, since I have no interest in being the chosen one. Returning to Philos is my best choice. Once I'm there, I can recover my name, my memories, myself. Xavier, I need you to help me to return to Philos.
Is Philos important to you?
Of course. It's my homeland and the only place I can remember. If the Revenants strongly believe they can return, then perhaps a method exists? I'm no different from them if I can't remember anything.
Let's assume this Philos you desperately wish to return to no longer exists. What then?
Is he reminding me? Or is he trying to make me give up?
You have my permission to stay here. Though, we need a relationship that binds us since we'll be together for a long time.
I agree. As soon as he lets his guard down, I quickly agreed and scramble in my mind for a role that could connect me to the king. Minister, attendant, knight, or a loyal subject. In any case, I'll need time before I can give you a satisfactory answer. That figure, surrounded by countless blades on the throne behind him, simply lets out a faint laugh. Are the swords on your throne truly mementos from assassins?
Do you want to leave one yourself?
Our conversation hits a wall. I clench my fist before turning away with a smile. I'll just pretend I didn't hear him. By the way, can I have a room that has access to fresh air?
I'll allow it.
After I entered the castle, the underground gambling den began taking bets on how the chosen one will die. Getting thrown into the forest with evil phantoms only to be devoured, sink into the bottom of cinders, or dying because of his massive blade. These 3 deaths are ranked with different odds, but they're at the top of the list. No one believes the Mad King will let me live. If the Chosen One dies, then it meant they aren't the real one. So they'll wait for another. However, if the Chosen One survives and escapes from their enemy, that means
Our salvation is at hand!
The revenants from the land of exile cheers. Their dreadful suffering will finally come to an end. They sang their praises for days, and even though I chose the castle's highest room, their voices still penetrate the walls. But ever since I escaped the monastery, the arduous journey of poor sleep and traveling without preparing proper rest has left me exhausted. Now that I have shelter, exhaustion washes over me like a tidal wave. Remnants don't need to eat, yet I'm forced to endure this hunger. That night, I carry a lit candle and slowly make my way down the winding stone staircase to reach the kitchen. He rarely eats. What a frightening person. I consider thought. I consider. I conduct a thorough search only to find roots and mushrooms.
What are you doing?
Don't you need to sleep?
I heard music, so I decided to investigate. What instrument is that? The sound is unique.
Stop making fun of my growling tummy. It's the wailing of hunger. Sorry. It's the wailing of hungry ghosts. "15 minutes later, he brings over a bowl of mushroom soup. It's brightly colored. Don't eat it, MC. It's poisoned. This man can't cook whatsoever in any timeline. Don't eat it." Let's face it, I've already went through this chapter. She ate it. Spoilers.
This is all I have.
It's alright. I'm not a picky eater. I am. I hate mushrooms. The taste is rather strange, but I've been starving for several days. It's nothing short of a rare delicacy. Once I swallow a spoonful, my stomach begins to churn violently, and the entire world seemed to spin. Bizarre, otherworldly visions appear before my eyes. Remnants dance in the air. And Xavier's black cloak suddenly transforms into a giant floating blanket. In this dream, I saw Felis again. It was far away from me, yet it was still beautiful. Walls of brilliant snow white surrounded the city. Towers loomed in clusters, their vibrant flags fluttering. The streets gleamed with soft radiance. A procession of silver white knights slowly navigate through the streets. Covered in flowers, they head to the ancient royal capital. The knight who's leading them is surrounded by people. It's impossible to see his face clearly. He's carrying a certain air, although he has returned from his journey. His presence is strangely familiar.
All of you can go on ahead. I'll join you once I've seen her.
The sun, moon, and stars revolve as he turns around. My vision blurs, and the white city walls transform into a clock tower bathed in sunset's glow. He turns around, sees me, and smiles. Before I can recognize him, a flock of pigeons flies past us. Their flapping wings obscure his eyes.
I thought you'd never see me again.
I open my eyes and I feel like I was in a very long dream. I see the hem of a black garment as it cast a graceful arc under the candlelight. The man is looking at me. It's as if he stepped out of my dream.
I have an antidote.
You better have an antidote. In his hand, he holds a bowl of medicine that gives off a faintly bitter scent. Although I've returned to my senses, I'm at a loss of words.
I already tasted it.
Misinterpreting my thoughts, he speaks in a calm tone. I hesitate before reaching out to grab the hem of his clothes. I squeeze it a few times.
No. No, I'm not a hallucination that appeared because you were poisoned.
He sits down on the edge of the bed, his elegant long fingers supporting the back of my head or my neck as he brings the bowl of medicine to my lips. His pose is unmistakably intimidating. His pose is unmistakably intimate, yet his expression remains unchanged. His eyelashes aren't even raised once. I heard a clamor. Did something happen?
It's war.
There's a war happening here? In a place like this?
Yes. Some of the revenants harbor obsessions from their past, waging war relentlessly. They never really die, and they don't stop.
They were once your subjects, your majesty. Why do you make it sound like it has nothing to do with you?
Listen. The loudest voices belong to those trying to find a way to rescue you, the Chosen One. If you die here, I'm afraid my moments of peace will significantly decrease for the next month.
The light flickers on his face as he picks up the bowl again.
Open your mouth.
The slightly bitter liquid spreads across my tongue. He gives me a sidelong glance, but he doesn't look away until he's confirmed I've finished every drop. During the days I've been bedridden, outlandish rumors have spread throughout the city. The Mad King has become the Chosen One's servant. The Chosen One risked her life. The Chosen One has made a great sacrifice. They've misunderstood my actions from when I picked up the dagger and stormed into the castle. The remnants are so moved by this supposed heroism that they gather at the riverside below the castle every night to sing their praises. When he doesn't get annoyed by their wailing cacophony, he occasionally heads out with his sword in hand. He returns quickly and their voices disappear. I'm unsure of what happens outside. However, the shouting isn't as frequent as it was before for the past few days. Since then, finding a way to return to Philos becomes my only goal. The Cinders is not a single river. It's connected to numerous tributaries of various sizes. They intertwine like the tree's root system and extend in all directions. Some of these tributaries flow into gloomy swamps or plunge into the bottomless ravines. Others lead to layers with revenant knights. Yet, no matter where I look, I'm unable to locate the tree of life from Pelosian myth. Day after day, I mark new locations on my map only to cross out their names later. Exhausted, I climb down the castle wall. The moon has already reached its zenith. A figure is in the garden behind the castle. His hair reflects a faint luster under the moonlight. Is that Xavier? His interests have changed as of late. Instead of killing others, he grows flowers. Yet, not even a fraction of light touches Cinderfell, and only luminant flora grows here. The flower he tends to is one I haven't seen before. What kind of flower is that? Curious, I walk up to him. He glances at me before he continues to water the plants.
One that shouldn't be able to survive here.
And why are you growing it? He doesn't answer me. His fingertips touch the withered stem. I'm not sure if he didn't hear me or doesn't want to respond. I know you have a secret. You don't need to tell me.
The fact that I have secrets shouldn't be a secret.
But this secret is related to a certain person, yes? I crouch down beside him and push aside a cluster of leaves. The withered leaves, vines, have taken a yellowish hue, and the light blue flowers bud, droops. It looks so fragile, it might snap at any moment. People should typically grow flowers to remind themselves of someone or give them as a gift. I doubt there's anyone you want to give flowers to in the city, though.
There is one person.
I'm sure there is. Who? He sets the watering can aside, turns his face to me, and looks into my eyes.
We'll talk about it when the flower blooms.
I don't know if it will ever bloom. However, I do know that someone who promised to help me hasn't kept his word. He nods thoughtfully.
You created a map of the entire city. Then you walked along the tributaries large and small. You've done good deeds all the while. Tales related to your acts of kindness have spread throughout the land.
I was collecting information. Wait, how do you know about all this? You rarely leave the castle.
Would you say these methods of yours are effective?
I'm quiet, then I shake my head.
None of them are the correct method to return to Philos. What a pity.
He's always like this. He dismisses my words with a few of his own. Well, we'll settle this... No. Well, we'll set that aside for now. About that relationship you mentioned before. I've made up my mind. I'll be... your queen. My identity is known far and wide. I've also earned a bit of respect. Why don't you step back and let me be the actual ruler of Cinderville? A queen, in other words. That way you won't be bothered by outside affairs. It doesn't matter if you want to plant flowers, kill remnants, or live a quiet life. To put it simply, I want to be someone who's important to you. Perhaps worried about losing a stable source of food, I made a vow with an utmost sincerity. I don't know what his thoughts are, however.
What do you mean by important?
Let's say you're the only one that matters in my life.
Huh. So you want to protect me?
As if he couldn't hear me clearly, he crosses his arms and takes another step towards me. He's pretending he made a humble inquiry. I doubt you need my protection when you wield a sword like that. But when those remnants attack again, I'll be by your side. He actually laughed. I can hardly believe my eyes. I think it's supposed to be ears, but whatever.
I can help you figure out a method. On the other hand, you need to find a way to make a flower bloom.
Are you sure it can't still be saved? After agreeing to this surprisingly simple condition, I returned to my room. After spending these days together, Xavier seems nothing like the Mad King those accolades talk about. But the way he took me in and promised to help felt like just an excuse. An excuse to keep me here. Could it be because of the Chosen One rumor? With no answers for now, I sighed, yet his smile from moments ago kept flashing through my mind. The call of an owl outside the balcony. A shadow swoops down, dropping an envelope with a wax seal and then flies away. Huh? I returned to my bed and opened the envelope. On the letter, the stark concise handwriting catches my eye. We would like to invite the Chosen One to our sacred monastery so she can observe the selection process for the pilgrimage ceremony tomorrow. The Order of Babel looks forward to your answer. Alright guys, that's the end of the first 3 chapters that I promised I was going to re-record. Well, I promised myself I was going to re-record this. But I hoped you enjoyed it. I will do another live stream in 2 weeks doing chapter 4, 5, and 6. And with that being said, adios mi amores. Bye bye.